and welcome to the Business of Being a Virtual Assistant. I'm your host, Tiffany Parson, and you're watching and listening to episode number 236. Welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year. I'm so glad to be back behind the microphone. I had a wonderful 2 weeks just away. Well, really not away, but you get what I'm saying, mentally away, and it was great. And so I'm glad to be back, glad to start sharing some more things with you this year. My hope is that everyone that was kind of stalling, waiting to start their virtual assistant business, has started their business. Okay. If you haven't started your business yet, you're still, I don't know what you could still be doing if you've been around this podcast for the last few months. Get going, get going. If there is something that is standing in your way and you're watching this in a spot that lets you comment below. Tell me what is the holdup, and we can chat about it right here on the podcast. Okay, I want to share something that I thought was interesting. I've seen this before. I have not implemented this in my business, but this is a thought. So here's what it is, the idea. Now, you guys know for years, I've been stressing about not charging by the hour, but instead have a flat rate amount that you charge. I have changed all but one of my team members over to flat rate based on their different projects that they're working on, except for one, and that's because she does writing. And with writing, it is what it is. Like, even, I mean, she could create all kinds of systems efficiency. Writing is just going to take the time that it takes. Whereas if you are scheduling for social media, if you are doing data entry, any of the other things, you're going to get better over time. And the faster you get, if you're charging by the hour, this means the less you get paid. So, hourly, I do not like being paid hourly, nor do I like paying hourly. So anyway, everybody got switched starting January 2023. Again, except for my team member that is the writer on the team. So having said that, this ties in with what I saw on, is it Quora? Quora? Quora. Quora, I guess. But anyway, so here's the concept. And I have seen this before with freelance writers, where if you're not satisfied, then you don't have to pay. In this instance, the concept is that if the agreement, and you make this agreement up front, if you don't meet the deadline, then they don't have to worry about paying you. And the whole spiel was about not wanting to pay hourly, because that can be abused. People can be charging you and they've never done it before, and the time is ticking away, and that means the bill is going up. Or the flip side of that is they get, and this wasn't included in the writing, what I talked about before, you get really good at it and you're not making anything. So what he does is flat rate, which I love, flat rate packages. However, point being, your client knows upfront what it is. So when they get the invoice, there's no surprises. And let me see what I find. So the agreement would be upfront is that you agree to deliver blank or get a certain result at this certain level of quality, and if they don't, you don't have to pay them. Now, from a client standpoint, who wouldn't agree to that? From our standpoint, is that something that you would do? Would you do that? I actually would, because my deadlines. I might have to make a sacrifice or whatever if I've got a bunch of deadlines all at the same time. But hopefully it's organized enough that where it's not an issue, right? It's really more of a security for people who have never worked with a VA or they've been um, MIA'd by a VA or they've had bad experiences with a virtual assistant. This is a way to kind of ease that. It makes it so they don't have anything to lose. Some people are concerned that, of course, the deadline won't get met or it won't meet their level of competency or expertise or a certain skill. This eliminates that. I actually like it. I like it. And my wheels are turning to see how this can be instituted over here at Virtual Hired Hand. But I like it. I like it a lot. So anyway, I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. If you would agree to having a policy where if you don't meet the deadline, it doesn't meet a certain quality level, that they don't have to pay you. I'm curious to know, would you do that? So if you're listening or watching and there's a comment box below, tell me if that is something you would agree to in your business. Is this something that you would add to your policy? It's almost like a 100% money back guarantee that you see. I know a lot of people now that offer online courses, many don't do a guarantee because it's digital. Once you have it, like you have it. But at one point in time, the guarantee was there. If it didn't, help you or anything like that. I've purchased things and they have the guarantee. And I've never used it. I've never used the guarantee. A lot of it is going to be dependent on what you do with the information after the fact. So this is kind of similar to that. I like it. So let me know what you think. So anyway, that is today's episode. It's all about, what do you think? And I can't really call it a money back guarantee. I got to think of a name for it. If you think of one, let me know. Again, I want to hear your feedback on this one. So anyway, I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks so much for taking the time out to listen and to watch today's episode. And if you're watching on, let me see, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and anywhere else where it's audio only, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you so much. I know you aren't able to comment. However, if you're on our email list, shoot me an email. Let me know what you think. Reply to the last email that I sent. That'll get it to my inbox. And if you're not on our email list, when you get a chance, when you get a moment, go ahead and text 33777. You're going to text the words VA START. That gets you on our list. Once you get the email from me, reply to that and let me know what you think about today's episode. I am also wanting to make our podcast more interactive. I'm looking into Instagram Live so we can kind of have a back and forth. Maybe you guys in the chat. Let me know what you think about that too. Everything is like, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? This is why we need to be live, right? So anyway, thank y'all again for listening. You have a wonderful and fantastic day.